From noon until 3 in the afternoon, darkness came over all the land. About 3 in the afternoon, Jesus cried out in a loud voice, my God, why have you forsaken me?" When some of those standing there heard this, they said, "He's calling Elijah." Immediately one of them ran and got a sponge. He filled it with wine vinegar, put it on a staff, and offered it to Jesus to drink. And when Jesus had cried out again in a loud voice, he gave up his spirit. At that moment, the curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. The earth shook, the rocks split. They came out of their tombs after Jesus' resurrection and went into the holy city and appeared to many people. When the centurion and all those with him who were guarding Jesus saw the earthquake and all that had happened, they were terrified and exclaimed, "Surely he was the Son of God." Through all the horror and pain of Good Friday, through Jesus being beaten and humiliated and hung on the cross to die, through the anguished cry of, "Why have you forsaken me?" as in that moment a rift is torn in the heart of God, through the drama of the sky turning black and the curtain to the most holy place being torn in two, earthquakes and the dead coming out of their tombs, through all this, there is a moment which both Matthew and John describe that seems almost peaceful. Just a moment. They tell us that as Jesus' death comes, it comes to him not as he battles to hold on, not as his body fails, not as life is ripped away from him, but rather death comes as Jesus gives up his spirit. In that moment, Jesus chooses to release his spirit himself to death. At the last, in the midst of all that horror and pain, Jesus' death was an act of conscious will. And it reminds me that all of this was a choice of Christ. All of this, something that he went to willingly and for a purpose. The reason that Good Friday is good, the same reason that the good news is good, is because the one through whom all things was made chose to give up his spirit to death so that we might have life. And brothers and sisters, there is no greater love than that.